Yo, what is up, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to cover all of the summer stuff that has been revealed right before it releases. The Clay event goes away in 5 hours and 33 minutes. So I am actually recording this very early in the morning. Yes, it is around 4 o'clock here. So I gotta hurry up with this. So let's just go over to Twitter, make it easy. Alright, and with that being said, I wanted to just go through all the tweets until we reach, hold up, this one. So, yeah, all of them until we reach this one. So this was the first one that was there, which is why this one, this tab is open. I mean, in my opinion, I did like this one the most, but I knew that this one was gonna win. This one is the best looking, if I'm being honest, but I wanted this one to win because it was the most unique. This one is just seems to be dress pants with a bra and a red dress up jacket. Hold up, I might have to go mute Haran here in a second. So this one's a little boring, I'm not gonna lie. I think that the fact that it has the wolf is pretty cool, but a lot of people did bring up that a lot of artists could do a lot of things with that wolf that I did not think of. So yeah, this one is really nice. I really would have wanted this one. Okay, hold up. All right, that's better. Yeah, I would have really wanted this one. Had to make sure I wasn't muted. Yeah, I would have really wanted this one. Because the whatchamacallit, the dress is just overdone. We have so many dress characters, and this one's gonna be very similar to Helms in that it dips in the back, but it's gonna be covering like at least a solid 80%, maybe 70 with this one, because it looks like it dips. Actually, no, it depends. If it just dips right here and then it cuts off around here, you're not gonna see anything. If it just dips and then it goes off and maybe like a little deeper here, maybe it'll show more than Helms. But I'm thinking that it just loops around like that. So it's gonna be almost exactly like the chandelier skin for Helm, which is like, dude, and we already had that one. So I voted for B just because I thought that it was the most unique, but I knew that it wasn't gonna win. I did. And then the title thing. This thing looks very interesting. These, I would assume that these are obtained by reaching bond level 30 or core 7. I would assume, or maybe MLB. So if it's MLB or bond 30, I'm gonna have a lot of these. If it's core 7, I will only have signals, and I think one other. I think it might be Ludmilla or something. I forgot which one. And then yes, in Blue Water Island. I really like this event. Plus, it had honestly the most actually no. The most fun mini game was the See You Again one for me. I liked it more than MOG. I did. I'm a very weird person. I liked the barbecue mini event. Okay, hold up. All right. But yeah, I liked the barbecue mini event way more than I liked the MOG event. Just because I'm not really a fan of like bullet hell stuff. I mean, it's fun. It's not boring, but it's just not my favorite thing. But I did like this event. I like the event a lot, so I'm happy that it's coming back. And of course, Rosanna. We're gonna be doing Rosanna later. I will be watching this one in a second. Hold up. I guess I'll pause this for a second. Alright, so let's hear the voice. If I'm being honest, Amelie has an amazing voice for Viper. It fits so well. This one isn't bad. It's not bad, but Amelie was such a good Viper. At least she still voices my girl Rupee. You know, Rupee is my favorite, and I did not want her voice to change. So when I found out that Ama was leaving Viper, I was like, no. And then I'm like, oh, okay, she's still voicing Rupee. So I'm content-ish. While I'm here, I might as well watch this. Hold on. Those are swimsuits that we've already had, right? I think that one's either Frema's or no. I think that's Frema's hat. Masked, neon. Who the heck is this? That one must be a new one, I guess. I don't remember this one from last year, unless this was supposed to be Sugar's. Cute. I do really like Underworld Queen. They're my favorite squad, so I'm not upset about this. Exotic is also pretty fun. Depending on what we're doing here, it could be fun. This doesn't seem like the best event, but it doesn't seem like the worst. Right now, it's giving me vibes of like around the same rating as the Hot Spring event, which was really nice. It was, but it wasn't my favorite. Hold up. I think it looks fine. I did look over their kits before this. This was the first time that I've ever done that. Don't plan on doing it again. I just wanted to see how good they were going to be beforehand, and I just couldn't wait. I should have made a video earlier, is what I should have done. Too bad that they removed the damage numbers. That's okay. If I had to guess, that'll probably be the lobby screen, which isn't bad. Either that, or it could be this. Yeah, it could be something like this or something. But if I had to guess, it would probably be the close-up if I had to guess. You know, it's probably been leaked, but anyway, cool. Let's resume the music for a second. Alright, now looking over her kit. Burst 3 attacker, assault rifle wind, oh my gosh. Ammo capacity 60, reload 1, 13.65, of course, 200% core, of course. These are all pretty standard. Skill 1, activates at the start of battle, affects self, and this is Bloom. Forcefully uses skill 2, which is Full Glory. So I guess that we're going to be going over skill 2 first. Dancing Flower, attack damage up by 15.64% for 15 seconds. Affects the enemy with the highest attack. Sakura Petals deals 250% of final attack as sustained damage every 1 second for 15 seconds. That is insane. This right here, this is insane DOT. This is insane DOT. Depending on what her stats are, this could be insane. Now activates. Oh, hold up. Okay, yeah. So it activates every 30 seconds, which is honestly really really good. Um, so you'll pretty much have it up for half the match because 15 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Okay, so the rest of skill 1 activates when an ally or self destroys an enemy part. This is what's gonna be kind of restricting of their kits. They're gonna be like Ludmilla Winter Owner. She's really, 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 really good against bosses that have cores, or against like anything that has cores. But outside of things that have cores, which some bosses just don't have cores, or they don't just have exposed cores, or like things like that. For bosses like that, she's not really insane. In fact, she's pretty mid. For bosses without parts, that was a mistake. For bosses without parts, this girl is probably not going to be the best. I think that when you do have a boss that has parts, she could be good, depending on if the parts are regeneratable. If the parts regen, then I think that this could be insane. For something like the blacksmith, which their parts don't regen and there's only like 2 parts to destroy, probably not going to be the best. But for things that have parts that regenerate, I guess, she's going to be insane. And you'll be looking when we get to Rosanna, you'll be seeing that it's the same thing for her. Destroys an enemy part, affects self, sustain damage up by 5.1% for 30 seconds. Okay. An ally or self. Okay. This isn't insane. This is not insane. You're going to need a boss that has a lot of parts if you want to stack this a lot. I assume that it stacks. And that it's not just like continuous. If it just refreshes, then that could 5% isn't really like insane. But then again, if you're really looking, it's very obvious that the majority, like the vast majority of her kit is going to be in skill 2. Activates when an ally or self destroys an enemy part. Okay. Affects self during Dancing Flower. Dancing Flower duration. Okay. Which is this. Up by 10.02 seconds. And then she has the same thing for the Sakura Petal status. So both of them get an additional 10.02 seconds every single part. No, for every single part that is destroyed. I cannot talk. What the heck? Alright. Then we get Ephemeral Splendor, the burst, which is a 40-second. I mean, she's a burst 3. You know, it's pretty standard. Okay, affects random enemies. That's not the best. Deals 457.14% of final attack is damage. Attacks 10 times. So if you're only fighting one enemy, this 450% will attack the one enemy 10 times. If you have 5 enemies on the screen, it could attack the boss 9 times, or it could attack the boss 1 time. I mean, the random thing is not like the best. Affects the same target. Deal 35.16% of final attack as sustained damage every 1 second. Stacks up to 10 seconds and lasts for 10 seconds. Okay. I said stacks up to 10 seconds. Stacks up to 10 times. She's not bad. She's going to be having a lot of damage over time. I think that she could be really, 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 really good. She could be really, really, really good. It just depends on what her multipliers are like. So we then go to Rosanna, who I think is a little bit worse than Sakura, but we'll get to it. Give me a sec.
What's wrong?
Goodness, man, my freaking volume was bugging there. All right. That was a lot of movement right there. Yeah, dude. And that's a lot right there. This is definitely a summer for guys that like stuff in the front. I'm not that kind of guy, but a lot of guys do like that. I like it more, in the other area. Trying to keep it YouTube friendly. That effect is pretty cool. The whole like rose thing. That's a really nice looking like lobby screen. Because I guarantee you that this right here will be the lobby screen. This is really nice. I'm tempted to MOB her just because of this. This looks really nice. I also do know that there will be a collab in August, I believe. I'm not really looking forward to that. Yeah, she looks pretty good. You know, fan service wise. I like her. Plus, she's a Rosanna, and like I said, I really like Underworld Queen. All right, now back. I looked up the translations for this. It's Italian, I believe. The burst is big wave. This one I forgot. Something about a rose. And this one I believe dude. Dude, I don't know. I know that this one is big wave. Because it was the one that I looked up the most recent. But I have forgotten. But yeah, they have pretty cool names. They are in Italian, so I like that. I do like that little detail. So we have a supporter, burst 2. All right. First thing that we check. Cooldown is 20 seconds. She has a lot of potential. If she was a 40 second, she could be a hit or miss. As a 20 second, it's a lot easier to be a hit. Assault rifle, wind, 60, yeah, all of the standard stuff. And Sakura had the same exact stats in terms of her weapon. So Farida, her skill 1 activates when entering battle, affects all allies. Damage to parts up 24.26% for 15 seconds. Activates when an ally or self destroys an enemy part. Affects all dude, I want to max out these units, but they're so obviously so specific. I mean, how many bosses do you fight that have parts that just regenerate like that over and over and over and over again? Crystal Chamber, Nihilister, Material H, Indivilia, I assume Liberalia, Modernia. How many times do you fight heretics? And how many times do you fight the Crystal Chamber? It's like you don't really fight those very often. It's dude, I mean it's a thing. And it exists. I know that, so she's not going to be like completely useless because there are bosses that do have it. It does exist, but it's just not super common. Most of the time, you're going to be fighting bosses that don't have parts that regenerate, if they even have parts at all. The train, I guess, but how many times do you fight the train? Activates when entering, but yeah, see, they're just so specific. I mean, if you can't bring a unit against any fight and have them excel, they're just not going to be the best. That's why OG Scarlet was so broken, and honestly, is still really, 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 really good. Even though she's not broken anymore, she's still really good. Is because she has that versatility. She can be used anywhere and be good. But yeah, let's continue, man. I was just saying, I don't like how these units are very niche. Activates when entering battle, affects all allies. Damage to parts up by 24.26% for 15 seconds. That's pretty good for parts damage. Activates when an ally or self destroys an enemy part. Okay. Affects all allies. Attack up by 3% of caster's attack. Stacks up to 5 times. 15% attack, which is pretty good. Well, 15% of her attack. So if you do want to build a team around parts damage, you're going to want to get Rosanna with a lot of dupes, because she's going to be the entire team's support. Her support is going to be seems to be that it'll be hinging a lot on her own like attack and stuff. Alright, affects all allies, damage to parts. Okay, it's the same thing as above. 24.26% for 15 seconds. Affects the enemy nearest to the crosshair. That's pretty good. I was about to say it's gonna be like DOT, isn't it? And yep, it's DOT. Deals 70.4% of final attack as sustained damage every 1 second for 15 seconds. Dude, I am reading these things completely wrong. My brain is just not braining. It's almost 5 o'clock. I need to go to sleep. Okay, affects all allies. Sustained damage up 20.32%. Okay, sustained damage is not damage sustained. So sustained damage is the DOT. Damage sustained is going to increase the amount of damage that you take, but sustained damage is going to increase their DOT. So basically, she's good at... Okay, I'll give you my final verdict at the very end, but right now I can say 100% pick up a copy of Rosanna. She will be a DOT support. Damage, yeah, okay, and then damage taken by the enemy up by 32.23% for 10 seconds. Be used every 20 seconds, which with a CDR should have that active for most of the time. You may have it down. Pretty much what these guys are saying. Exactly. Strictly a Rapture boss killer for both of these units. I mean, you're not going to be using them in story stages when bosses don't even have parts. So, I mean, don't go super crazy. I would say the most you should be going for these chicks is, whatchamacallit, is, why am I having a brain fart? Is MLB, dang. So, final verdict. I think Rosanna and Sakura are both really, really, really good. I think that Rosanna is worth at least 1 copy. And Sakura, I would say if you can, I would get at least 1 copy of her as well. I would probably get more copies, but at the same time, actually, no, I would not get more copies. Because there is a collab, and I think that it'll be more important to get a lot of copies of the collab, because the collabs are probably not going to be as niche. What am I talking about? We've had like 3 collabs and like 4 or 5 of the 6 collab units, or the 6 premium collab units that we've gotten are like pretty niche. 2B is HP. A2 is HP Drain Rocket Launcher. Power is pretty universal. Makima is really, she can be universal, but she's really only like PvP, so kind of her. So that's 3 out of 4 so far. Rem is pretty niche, but at the same time she's really good at that niche. She can support rocket launchers, but that's still a niche. So that's 4 niches so far out of 5. And then Amelia, yeah. So Amelia and Power are pretty universal, but all the other 4 are niche. So I would say, I don't know, because the collabs may be niche too. Um, a, a lot of people are seeming to think that because they're splitting it up, um, as Mary Bay Goddess in Neon Blue Ocean, they're going to be making a summer part 1 here and a part 2 here. Maybe, but at the same time, you have to realize they are rerunning around late July, meaning that they are rerunning at the very end of the event. That would mean that they would have to run a part 1 and a part 2 back to back. And if they do that, then that means that we're going to be adding another 3-week event, which will probably be Halloween, because a lot of people wanted Halloween. But I'm thinking more than likely not, because this has to be added like at the very end of the event. I don't know how they're gonna do this, but they may just make them their own banners or something. But yeah, I'm still not 100% sold on the part 1 and part 2 because it's back to back. We've never had a part 1 and a part 2 back to back, but at the same time, we've only ever had one. We've only ever had 1 year of experience with it. So who knows? Who knows? But I'm not 100% certain that it will be a part 2 because it'll be right after. Because you guys really forget that it is July right now, right? Yeah, it is July right now, and it's going to be rerunning late July. Just because this one is coming late, so like probably the 26th. Just because Anise and Helm are coming then does not mean that that will be a part 2, because that would be directly after part 1. Because we know that in August, which is next month, in August that we're going to be doing a collaboration. So that would have to be part 1, part 2, and then immediately into a collab. And that would be 3 3-week events and 6 limited characters back to back to back. I don't think that they're going to be doing that. I don't know how they're going to be doing Anise and Helm, but I still need to see it first. Part 1 and part 2, there's still some hope there, but if you go and look at my previous video, or maybe my previous video, I'm not sure which one it'll be, but I explained why there's either going to be a 3-week removed or there's going to be a 3-week event added because of the way that the schedule has been messed up by the bunny event. So I said that I predict that summer part 2 will be getting removed. I'm not sold on this. It says late July. That does not mean anything when it's right after, because this right here is late July. Dude. Yeah, dude, I'm just not sold on it. It's not bad. That's what, an entire 3 week. If it has to be late July, then it literally has to be the banner after these ones leave. So I'm wondering how the heck they're even gonna do that. But yeah, like I said, this event seems fun. Seems interesting. A lot of stuff has been covered in this video. And yeah, that's what I wanted to cover. I will be posting a I'm not sure if you guys have been here I've been here long enough to know this, but I used to be posting a lot of squad voiceover videos, just to like get them out there on YouTube for like anyone that wants to listen to their voice lines, and they don't like have like the characters or like the skins or something. I will be doing that with Exotic because Amelie's voice actor, because Amelie's voices are going to be removed after this update in a few hours. So I wanted to get that on YouTube, like on record, like yo, I have them here. So I did already record those, so I just have to get the Japanese and Korean versions and then edit it and then yada yada yada. And that one will take some time, but this one will take a little bit less time. So I will probably be doing this one first. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys enjoyed like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. If not, I just appreciate you coming to watch the video, you know? I really, really, really do appreciate you guys. Yeah, I'm super excited for this. I don't know why, but this is, for some reason, the thing I'm most excited about. I want like a super cool title to be like displayed on my profile. Oh my gosh, it'll be so cool. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Hold on, 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 hold on. Yeah, this is fine. All right. Peace.